What did it take to come back from that eighth minute goal?
A lot of determination, a lot of belief, a lot of courage. And as I said to you last week, the world wasn't over when we lost to Colorado, and it wasn't when we lost to Vancouver. I don't know what it is. We have this, everything's great when we win, and everything's so much doom and gloom here when we lose. And we're somewhere always in between, because that's the nature of the game. But maybe I had a bit more faith in the group of people that we have, the players, than maybe people who work here and watch us at times.
Adrian, what did you like about the front four? There seemed like quite a few opportunities from.
Yeah, they were good. When we started to stretch the game and play forward and run forward and put the ball in behind them and make it uncomfortable for them. What you don't want to do with Kansas City is having a pretty game of football, because they've been doing this system for like 10 years and they're honed in it. They know what they're doing. But when you make it a little bit messy and you can turn them around and get the ball in there off, then the game changes a little bit. And I thought as we started to stretch the game and play forward more, starting to get Franco running in behind Zusi and Adrian running in behind Fontas and Illy and Ray being higher up the field, and I thought we started to get inroads into the game. And great, as I say, great resolve from the group, I have to say.
Adrian, when I spoke to you on Friday, you said win on Sunday and you're likely in the playoffs. How important is today's win over Sporting in terms of season goals?
Well, it's never easy when you go into a game, especially against a team that's in the playoffs, comfortable where they are, playing with a lot of confidence, and you have to win, really. And if we'd have got a point today, we maybe still would have been in it. But realistically, I thought that we had to win the game today. So to go into the game in that mentality that you have to win this game, then it speaks volumes for the players' attitude and determination to come back from a goal like we did.
Third meeting this season, first win over Sporting this season, first win since knocking them out of the 2020 playoffs. In terms of, look at games this season, look back at the past, is today the most important win or biggest win you've had?
Well, it's the biggest win today. It's where we are in the year, The last one was when we played them in the playoffs. And we managed to get a result then as well. So it's never easy against them. I think everybody knows what admiration I've got for Peter and his staff and what they do at Kansas. I think they're an incredible benchmark for a club like us. That's what we should aspire to be. And we've got an incredible stadium, incredible fans, and we have to keep pushing this group to get better and better like they've done over the last 8, 9, 10 years.
Adrian, when you see Ray go for the Panenka, did you know he was going to do that?
No.
And then what does that do to you on the sideline?
Well, there's not an awful lot I can do when he picks the ball up, but he has so much confidence in his own ability. You can see that the way he plays, and when he plays like he did in moments today and spells today, he's, as I've always said, he's maybe the most talented footballer in the league. He can do things that nobody else can do. Maybe one or two can score more goals than him, and that's something that we've been on about. But he can actually do things on a field that nobody else in this league can do.
What was your view on the slide through him there at the end?
Well, I was worried. To say I was worried would be an understatement. Referee was right there. Linesman was there. Fourth official. Obviously, there was somebody upstairs. They obviously didn't deem it a bad tackle. I've said this to you before. I don't know what is a good and bad tackle anymore, because Ozzy gets a yellow card the same as he does for actually running in the back of somebody. It's probably the first foul Ozzy's give away really all day, and yet he gets a yellow card and he gets the same for that tackle. But hopefully the people will have a look at it. It certainly wasn't a good tackle. That's it was right in front of me.
You mentioned Ozzy Alonso. It felt like we saw a vintage Ozzy midfield performance today. But with that yellow you mentioned, he picks up a yellow card accumulation suspension for the penultimate game of the season at the LA Galaxy. How big of a miss is that going to be for you guys?
Well, the way he's been playing, it's going to be a huge miss. He's been incredible the last 6, 7 weeks. His level of performance and drive for the rest of the group has been, as I said to some of the younger guys in the week, if you want to emulate any footballer in the MLS, don't look any further than your captain, because he just epitomises and shows everything what's good about modern-day footballers. Comes in, trains every day, works hard, and every game he plays it's like his last game.
With the corner kick that led to the goal, do you need to see Metner be a little bit more concerted in his actions on the end line there?
For their goal, yeah. He obviously thought the ball was going to go out, and sometimes you just have to clear your lines and go from there. Nobody wants to play more than I do, but there are a time and a place. Sometimes you just have to put your foot through it, if that's the right thing to do.
So, do you think this game against Kansas was the best game of your team during the season?
I think it was the best result considering the pressure the players were under. I actually think last week against LAFC is the best we've played this season, over a full 90 minutes. From the very first minute to the last minute, we were in control of the game. What do we have, 70% possession? We used it really well, played in the final third, got shots in, got crosses in. So, yeah, that was the best result. But today was a big game for the club, but it was big for the players because, as I've just said, going into a game knowing you have to win the game, it's a different mentality.
And are you considering the next game against Galaxy?
I am now. I wasn't.
Yeah, but
About 20 minutes ago.
But do you think it's going to be the best? Not the best. The most important game coaching this team.
Well, we've got a few results to go, haven't we? Next couple of days will give us a fully idea of how important it is. We might have to go there and win. We might have to go there and it's only a point. So all that sort of affects the mindset of not only us, the Galaxy as well. But it's certainly going to be a huge game, for sure. Good? Thanks, Jens. Cheers.
Chase, Adrian just got done talking about saying that this was maybe the best result considering the pressure that the players had on them. What did you feel like was key for this game, being able to come back the way that you guys did?
I think it was just the grit and determination from every guy that played in the game, and even the guys on the sideline. From before the game, even at halftime, everybody supporting each other. We all knew what was on the line, and I just think that showed the character of the team. And huge win, like our coach said, and we're gonna carry this momentum into next week's game in Los Angeles.
What did it take for Ray to pull off a penalty kick like he did?
I mean, we all see how special of a player he is, and we're so lucky to have him on our team. And it takes special players to pull off tricks and shots like that. And he's so fun to watch, especially as a defender. It's so nice to have him in front and see the magic he has with the ball at his feet. And we're just lucky to have him. And he's a great player, great teammate, and contributes a lot to this team.
You're able to see how Ray practices in training and such. Does he work on those Panenkas in training, or is that just something completely out of his own book?
No, this guy's just magic, man. Yeah.
Did you expect the Panenka?
I did not. I had no idea, and especially like the game's tied, and I mean I think that kind of surprised everyone. But then when you think, oh, it's Ray, and it doesn't really surprise you. I mean, he's always pulling tricks out of his sleeve like that, and I just think that's an illustration of the quality he has, and we're very lucky to have him on our team.
Looking at the entirety of your season right now, is today the most important win you guys have had?
100%.
Did you know Ray was going to grab the ball, or is that kind of a free who is ever feeling it at the moment?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, during my duration here, we've had a lot of different PK takers, and but when someone with Ray's quality says, "Give me the ball," you're gonna give them the ball. So we know how good of a player he is, and he's a goal scorer. He creates chances and puts the ball away. So that's who you want taking the PKs.
What was your view of that tackle through Ray near the end of the game there? And
Yeah, I think that was a missed call, unfortunately. But we're lucky he didn't get hurt. That was a really dangerous tackle. We don't like to see that, and hopefully we can limit those in the future, because that was definitely a dangerous play, and it can ruin careers. So don't want to see that again.
Ozzy picked up a yellow card shortly before that for what Heath called was a much less dangerous challenge. But with that yellow, he's now suspended for the final game of the season. How big of a role has he played as of late, and what are you guys going to miss from him against the Galaxy?
Yeah, I mean, I like to call Ozzy Leyenda because I mean he's a legend in the MLS, and he showed it today with all of his experience, his heart, his determination. You know, when that's your captain, it's inspiring to the rest of the team, and it really drives and motivates the rest of the guys on our team. And so when you got someone, your captain has like the heart of a lion, it's really inspirational to go out, and especially a game this importance and magnitude. And yeah, I just think he showed his quality and his experience, and really rallied the troops today and helped us to the win.
When you guys concede in the 8th minute, how do you guys rally from that? Who's saying something? How do you guys kind of bounce back as quickly as you did?
I think when we play at home and we got the support of our fans, the constant support that we've gotten throughout the season, you know, we're so thankful to have the best fans in MLS. And so when we're playing at home, you know, even when they scored early, we're still confident that when we're playing at home and when we're playing to our capacity and our potential, that we can come back and beat any team in this league. And I think we displayed that today. You know, hats off to Kansas City. They're a phenomenal team. Really tough opponent, but yeah, just want to thank all the supporters that came out today and throughout the entire season. Without them, you know, we couldn't have done it, and it's just a huge win today.
Any more for Chase? Thank you, Chase.
Thank you, guys.
Hola. Buenas.
Andy, go ahead.
Ray, what did it mean to be able to come back from a 1-0 deficit and get a win in such a crucial game?
¿Cómo fue eso para ti, para el equipo, poder ganar el juego después de haber perdido un gol al principio?
Sí, bueno, la verdad que contento, feliz por el grupo, feliz por este triunfo tan importante que tuvimos contra un gran rival que juega bien al fútbol y te presiona mucho. Creo que en línea general, en defensa, en medio campo y arriba estuvimos muy bien, muy comprometidos a la hora de marcar, de jugar, entonces por eso creo que nos llevamos los 3 puntos.
Just overall, really happy for the group to have taken the 3 points against a really, really good Kansas City team. You know, they press a lot, but he really feels from the defense to the front, everyone played their role really well, and that's why he thinks we got the 3 points today.
Emanuel, ante las circunstancias que tiene el equipo de estar al filo de la navaja por llegar a los playoffs y la manera en que cobraste el penalti, ¿qué mensaje le das a tus compañeros, a tu entrenador y a la afición del Minnesota United?
Bueno, primero que todo, agradecer a la gente también que nos apoya siempre, a pesar de que íbamos perdiendo 1-0, como dije recién, con un gran rival que juega al fútbol y trata de presionarte mucho. La verdad que en el penal, gracias a Dios pude convertir y como digo siempre, es la confianza que me dan mis compañeros, el cuerpo técnico, por eso uno va a patear con confianza. Como dije recién, gracias a Dios pudimos ganar y pudimos subir arriba como estamos peleando los playoffs contra grandes equipos donde tenemos que estar muy preparados y muy finos a la hora de jugar cada partido.
The question was kind of what message he had for the fans after, you know, especially the way he scored the penalty, and you know he wants to thank everybody, the fans, and then you know being able to score the penalty, especially in that way, and to have the confidence to take the PK. He gets it from his coach and from his teammates, and so he's just overall he's happy he scored the goal, he's happy that the team won, and just like really thankful for everybody.
Ray, why did you make the decision to try the Panenka? Had you worked on that in training, and what gave you the confidence to do that?
Que por qué anotaste el penalti con la Panenka?
Bueno, como dije recién, más que todo es confianza que me dan mis compañeros, que me da el técnico, entonces uno trata de hacerlo mejor y bueno, sabía que en el fútbol tenemos que patear fuerte, según como cada uno quiera patear y bueno, gracias a Dios pude picarla y entró, así que nada, contento.
He had the confidence to do it and the confidence behind him, and in the game you gotta take the shot the way you want to take the shot. So thankfully he got it.
Is today the most important win of the season for Minnesota United, and what does it mean for your playoff chances, playoff hopes, playoff dreams?
Que si este juego es el más importante para este equipo y qué significa esta victoria para nuestras esperanzas en los playoffs.
Significa mucho, veníamos de una derrota también, de jugar con un gran rival donde no pudimos hacer nuestro juego, no pudimos implementar nada dentro de la cancha. Entonces hoy jugamos contra un gran rival, con nuestra gente que apoya siempre. Y creo que nosotros corrimos todo, metimos todo a la hora de hacer nuestro trabajo y por eso es que merecimos ganar, porque jugamos mejor y también porque estuvimos en cada pelota dividida, siempre fuimos al máximo.
You know, after the loss in Vancouver, you know, they knew they kind of had to come out with it all, and this was a tough game against a really, really tough rival. And you know, he thinks that we were the better team today, and he was just grateful for the support of the fans and just happy for the result overall.
Have you tried that penalty kick in a game before, and is it something you practice on the training ground?
Que ese penal, la Panenka, que si lo has hecho en un juego antes y si es algo que tú practicas.
Sí, por ahí practico ahí con los chicos ahí en entrenamiento. Pero no, como nunca tuvimos un penal, entonces por ahí los arqueros muchos no nos conocen, entonces decidí patear, como dije recién, por la confianza que me dan el plantel y el cuerpo técnico. Entonces, como dije recién, viste, los arqueros no no saben cómo pateamos, entonces la pude picar.
Yeah, it's something he trains on, but really I think just the fact that we haven't really gotten many penalty calls all season. Most goalkeepers don't know who's taking the penalty and how they're kicking, and so with the confidence he had behind him, he decided to go with it.
How are you feeling after that 78th minute tackle from Dia? You know, what did you see in it? What was the tackle like, kind of just absorbing the hit and everything?
Esa falta que te dieron, ¿cómo te sientes y qué viste en ese momento?
No, fue una falta dura donde, bueno, gracias a Dios no fue nada malo, estoy bien, entonces, pero creo que sí, fue una falta dura donde creo que el árbitro tendría que haber tomado otra decisión, pero bueno, son decisiones que toman ellos y hay que respetarlas.
That was a hard tackle. He thinks the ref should have maybe made another decision, but that's the decision that they make, and he's just thankful that he's not really injured.
Emanuel, ¿qué tan a gusto, qué tan contento estás con el Minnesota United? Y si crees o tú consideras que la afición que viene a ver un juego del Minnesota United cada vez está más contenta con tu desempeño y se está mostrando ese cariño. ¿Qué piensas al respecto también?
Sí, bueno, la verdad que agradecido, la verdad que en cada pelota que toco, la verdad que la gente siempre está ahí alentando, no tan solo conmigo, sino con mis compañeros. La verdad que hicimos un gran partido hoy, todos corrimos, metimos, porque teníamos que dar un plus, sabíamos que jugábamos contra un gran rival, entonces teníamos que correr, meter y la gente eso también ayuda, juega con nosotros y así que nosotros salimos a jugar en cada partido local diferente, con un hombre más, con toda la gente, entonces nada, feliz por el triunfo. Tenemos otro partido muy difícil donde tenemos que hacer lo mismo que hoy, correr, meter y estar a la altura del partido ante un gran rival.
¿Qué tan contento y feliz estás con el Minnesota United?
Oh, muy contento, la verdad que me dio la oportunidad de seguir jugando, de tener mucha continuidad, entonces uno agarra confianza, agarra más coraje a la hora de jugar, entonces la verdad que feliz, como dije recién, feliz por Fraga, feliz por los chicos que llegaron también al último, que se están ganando un lugar y aparte también la gente eso lo hace notar, que los quiere mucho, entonces nada, feliz.
It was a two-party question. How does he feel here at Minnesota United, and if he's felt, the welcome from on behalf of the fans with the way he's been able to play, and just yes to all overall, it's just gracious to the fans and the energy that they provide. It's like an extra man on the field, and overall in his time here, he's been really happy and happy that guys like Fraga and Adrian have been able to join and kind of been having that same welcome as the rest of the team does, and now they're focusing on next week. 2 more days.
After the penalty kick was called, you reached for the ball fairly quickly. Was there any way you were not going to be the one to take the PK?
Que se había en algún momento la posibilidad que otra persona iba a tomar ese penal o siempre iba a ser tú.
La agarró Adrián, pero bueno, me tenía confianza, me habían hecho la falta, entonces bueno, fui decidido a buscarla y gracias a Dios que bueno, Adrián también no tuvo problema, me brindó la pelota, entonces fui con mucha más confianza y gracias a Dios pude convertir.
Adrian first picked it up, but then when Ray kind of came over, he gave it over. And having the confidence even from that particular teammate just added to the whole moment. Any more? Una más.
Uno más. Emanuel, antes que nada, felicidades por tremendo gol. Una vez más, y la última pregunta. Siendo honestos, ¿estaba planeado o la decisión de cobrarlo a Lopanenka fue de último minuto?
No, la verdad que estaba planeado. Lo hablaba con Ariel, hablaba que es el que trabaja para mi representación, entonces también con Adrián Sendeja, que es con el que me junto mucho afuera del club, entonces nada, le pedí un consejo a él que es arquero, a ver si me daba la confianza de picarla y bueno, nada, quedó en el partido y pude picarla, así que feliz por el gol y por el triunfo.
The question was if he planned to do the Panenka, and he had. something he had discussed with his rep and with Zendejas, who is a goalkeeper as well, and someone that he hangs out with quite a bit, and so it was something that they had practiced together. But he's just really excited that the goal came through, and that overall the game was a win. Thank you. And that is
Gracias. Nos vemos, que estén bien. Hasta luego.